Shaking hands with Ooh, perfect timing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll see you.
Happy Thursday.
Yes, happy Thursday.
Children of the lawn.
Happy Thursday, children.
I counted them. I think we have about 10 children.
Children who need children.
Are the
luckiest children
in the world.
in the world.
Oh, gosh. I remember 1975 when I graduated high school. Everyone in my high school, the song by Barbara Streisand, memories like the corners of my mind. I was like, no, I don't want that song.
Yeah, you really don't want that one.
I did not. Me
You
and like
don't.
5 other people, you know, the
Yeah.
hippie pot smokers
Sure.
didn't want that. The cheerleaders and football players did, and they got their way. So that was our class song.
I have no doubt.
Gail, me too, Lori. You had that as your class song.
Oh God.
Oh, I was
Where
like
am I? I'm
so
lost in
embarrassed
space
sitting
here.
in that gym listening to that shit.
Oh, no drama. Oh, so you're being. I guess
drama?
you're being told. No,
It was not drama.
just said it. So
Yeah, I saw it. Watch your dog. His head is behind your wheel.
which one? They're all over the place, dogs.
This one back
the one
here.
above my. Oh, the real actual dog. His head is behind my wheel.
Lori Richardson says, what's too painful to remember, you simply choose to forget. Yes, I think that was some of the
That's
lyrics,
why I
right?
can't remember all that stuff. That's why.
Oh.
Is that how we do it? Is that really?
Kitty didn't have a bad one. Hers was the long and winding road. That's good.
That's appropriate.
Freaking memories. Like the
Yeah.
corn. It's like memories. All I want to do is forget all of these people at this school and having to go
Hey,
here.
slow down there.
I did. I did not like school. Did not like the people in my school. So there's that.
Besides that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like to play?
Play sucked.
Okay. Well,
But you know what I
okay.
did like? I did like meeting you.
You're just trying to. Wow.
No, I'm not trying.
Okay, you don't have to try.
I don't.
You're the apple of my
I
eye.
tell it the way it is.
Apple of my eye.
My heart skipped a beat the
I'm
first
trying to
time
put
I saw him.
I'm trying to put up.
Lori did not like high school either. Me, I hated it.
I loved high school.
True. No, you did not. Tim McCullen says, true, I hated high school.
I'm all over the place here. Anyway, kids, I don't know.
He
There's
loved it
stuff
so
flying.
much. He skipped how many hundreds
100
of days?
No, hundreds. 117 days.
117 days one year. Mark Visconti, that's because you were not as lucky as me to have Skip for a teacher. You had Skip as a teacher
Okay.
for every one of your classes, Mark? I don't think so.
I had Skip.
As a
I had
manager.
Skip as a manager, and in many ways, Skip was a teacher for me. He was 10 years older than I was.
Right.
I learned some pretty valuable lessons from Skip.
See,
There
I'm
was,
thinking
you know,
Mark Visconti did too.
Well, that's because, you know.
Hey, I learned it on the streets of
No, you know,
the French Quarter.
I'll tell you the best. what do you learn it on the streets of? That doesn't sound very good for your resume. I'll tell you the thing about Skip. Skip was Mr. Hempel. Was always he was in touch with whatever was happening. He was the one who turned us on to Yes. He was the one who turned us on to Queen. He was the one who I'm pretty sure he was the one who turned us on to Mata Hoople. And you know, and then his girlfriend was working with a major promoter in Manhattan, and whenever we had a night off, we could go and see like anybody, the biggest concerts in the world, Elton John. Or,
Because his girlfriend worked for Ron Delsner.
yeah, because his girlfriend worked for Ron Delsner. So,
Brenda didn't like high school either. Only one that liked it so far is Gail. Tim says, till Friday I get drunk. And it
Wait a
never
minute.
stopped.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. I'm confused. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about
School.
high school?
Yes,
or are we
high
talking
school.
About,
I don't think he was getting drunk in elementary school.
I can't even. I did a lot. I did just about everything you could. No, that's not true. I did a lot of stuff after high school, but I did a few things during high school, and one of them was not be drunk. I can't even imagine what that would be like. I'm not. Me and drunk don't get
We
along
didn't
anyway.
get drunk at school.
What?
We didn't get drunk at school.
Well, we got high at school.
Yeah, we got high. Well, I never did coke. I hadn't done coke yet, but I would go smoke
Late
pot.
bloomer.
We'd smoke pot before school because my friend had a car, and then we'd leave at lunch and go smoke a joint.
See, we didn't do coke in school either. And the reason for that is because the guy that we bought it from didn't get up until the afternoon. And by then, you're not going back to school. So
And I only did acid once at school. Didn't like that at
That
school.
was,
that was more a concert than
acid at school was probably that. I've told that story many times. One
Yeah.
of the weirdest things. And that whole acid period was.
Well, Lori's teacher smoked in the classroom. We had a smoking lounge where we could smoke and toke. Did you go to Educage?
Frank, is she
Did you get to
goofing on
smoke
us?
pot at Educage?
Yeah,
You did?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even though it was illegal? Lori,
What?
did you
Smoke
go to...
and smoke cigarettes
Pot.
or pot? Where'd she go to school?
Where did
she
you go to school? In Connecticut.
Jamaica? In Jamaica?
She's from Connecticut.
And you could smoke weed in school?
Okay, Mark Visconti
Well,
says...
what were you-
she hasn't answered yet.
She will.
Mark Visconti, Steve, were you in high school with Dave?
I was in high school with Dave for not at the same time. I was in high school more with Larry than I was with Dave. Dave graduated before both of us. So no, not really.
Did Larry go to Education too?
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve and Larry got kicked out
Yeah,
of
we
White
got
Plains
kicked out of
High.
White Plains High School at the same time.
Dave did not,
Went to the
because
same.
he was not the bad kid.
Well, no, he graduated. I think he
Well, he
graduated.
still didn't
like-
get kicked out,
No,
right?
no, he was
Lori
on the track
went to
team,
Ridgefield High School in Connecticut. I can't believe they let you
and
smoke.
they let you smoke pot in the classrooms or cigarettes.
She said there was a smoking lounge.
Okay, guess what? That's what that would tell me. Cigarettes, a smoking lounge.
My teacher smoked in the classroom. We had a smoking lounge where we could smoke and toke.
Really?
That's what she says.
Smoke and what? Are you like
Mark
17?
Visconti, Dave is 2
From the
years
modern
older
era?
than you. Is Dave 2 years older than you?
Dave?
Yes, Camilla.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, 1950 he was born. Yep,
He was born in 50?
50.
Yes, 2 years older.
Yeah, Larry was 51.
And you were 52.
I was 52, and I think Mark was either 53 or 54. I can't remember.
Yeah, but he didn't go to school with you guys.
Nah,
Mark
no.
was from Peekskill.
Yeah, no.
You and Larry and Dave from
Yeah, but
White
we didn't
Plains.
go to school. I mean, Dave was out of Eastview before I got to junior high school.
Eastview, is that where you threw the desk out of the window?
Yeah.
Remember that story, everybody? Oh, wait, our guest is coming in 2 minutes.
So then
Steve threw a
saved
desk
by- saved by
that
the
was on
desk.
fire out of the second floor window,
third floor, but
third floor, and he
who's
still
counting?
didn't get put in bad kid school.
no, it took years for me to go to bad kids school. I had to do a lot. Well, there was no telling how the desk happened to be burning. I did not set it on fire, really. Well, intentionally.
Yeah, he was lighting his cigarette.
No, it was that. See, no,
Oh,
if
it
we're
was
gonna
Sheila
tell the story. It was Sheila Walker's
Walker's.
cigarette.
And her brother was a badass.
Yeah, her brother was, yeah. I mean, they were the notable people in my junior high school.
Yes.
And Sheila Walker, styling,
What grade is this?
7th grade,
7th grade.
first year.
Eastview.
So yeah.
So
And she said we were in, we were in John Rossman's math class, right? And we used to call him Captain Johnny for whatever reason. he was pretty much, for all intents and purposes, blind. I mean, he had glasses that were, so no one wasn't going to see anything. People could screw around. So Sheila decided she was going to, here, Gilberto's here, that she was going to be badass. She said, Luongo, you got a cigarette? I said, yeah, sure. I give her, she said, light it for me. And I'm like,
what?
So, I'm not going to light it for her. So I put it in the desk. I had this desk where you said the stuff on. Lit the matches, and I held it to the cigarette, started burning. I handed it to her, and
his papers caught fire.
Next thing you know, the desk started burning and out the window.
His papers caught on fire.
Oh!
Wait, we have some comments?
No, we're not. What?
Laurie Richardson said, no, teachers toked in the classroom. We did both in the smoking lounge, not blatant, but nobody really had a problem with it. And Gail said, we had a few outside smoking lounges. Yes, students smoke pot. Well, okay. And Ed Hamer says, how about a book about it all? Uh-huh.
Okay, that's good. Wait, not up.
All right.
You got me?
Our guest is here now.
Yes, he's connecting to audio.
Okay. Wow.
Got it.
There you go.
Yes. How we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me. Awesome.
Thank you for coming. There's nothing better in my world than a percussionist. So
Thank you.
He's a guitar player.
What?
He's a blues guitar player.
He's a blues guitar player?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do I have to write?
No. Yeah, it's Nino. I'm a percussionist.
You're a percussionist.
He's joking. Yeah. My first instrument was the Quaker oatmeal container. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe. Hey, man, it's funny. My first instrument was a tea service, so I had a gong.
Oh, wow.
The tray,
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It was tea service.
And, oh, my God. I remember that day. Whoever was babysitting me or whatever was responsible to watch the animal while it was in the cage alone somehow let me get a hold of this platter and the sugar bowl and the other thing.
Oh, my God.
Along with a hammer.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's really how it started for me.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, my drumsticks were 2 pencils. So, yeah.
Jazz sticks.
Yeah.
You're hung up a little bit. You still got me? Do I still have you? Hello? No. It'll come back. If you can hear me, log out and log back in. It's no big deal. If you're still connected to me, log out and log back in.
I don't know if he can hear you.
He will, but it could come back together.
You're frozen.
Well, so here, let me.
Oh, send Angus a text.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he located?
Okay. Oh no, he popped out. Okay, just just to bring you up to speed, blind data over there.
Yeah.
His list of influences are James Brown, Barry White, Ray Barretto, Tito Puente, Willie Colon.
Angus sent me no bio, and so I googled.
Okay, he's coming back on.
You are. There you are. Hey, all right. Something happened. Anyway,
it happens.
All
That's
right,
that's why I'm out here. That's Laurie, by the way.
Hey, Laurie, how you doing?
Yeah. So, well, whose gear do you play, man? Whose gear? Uh-oh. We're caught.
Frozen again. Is he on Key West?
We're in the ice. Key West.
It could be.
Yep, I got you. I can hear you. You just froze.
This happens in Key West.
You with me still? Can you hear me? No, it's good.
No. Okay.
We're losing the
Gilberto.
signal.
He's somewhere where there's not good.
Yeah, but listen, what happens? Yeah. Well, he's actually from the Chicago area, according to the bio.
Yeah, but where does he live now?
He's what?
Where does he live now?
Here.
Ah! Don't throw things at me.
Hang on a second, guys.
Okay, so this is just dead air.
Yeah, well, that's a switch. Anyway,
what do you have to say for yourself?
you've been taking care of most of it, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
I think he lives down here.
Right, but where's he from originally? Let's have a game.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, and then to what? The
Chicago,
Windy
but
City?
I was asking where he is now, that he has no signal.
Oh, you mean where he's located now?
No shit, Steve.
Where he's broadcasting from?
Shall I throw your phone back over there? Oh, Gail said, tell a joke, Steve.
Well, okay.
Ha!
I got one for you, but after. So there were these two ducks walking down the street. There you go. We got you again. Connecting the
All
audio.
right.
Okay.
I'm here. I don't know if it's on my end. Could be.
Anything's possible. I'll
Right,
tell you
right.
what. This is what we're going to do. If it happens again,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna close out. I'll close out the whole Zoom call and reopen it. I don't think it's on
Okay.
over here, but because we're still seeing me in the broadcast, your thing
Okay.
freezes. But man, it could be anything between
Okay.
here and there.
Got it.
And so, where are you actually? Where in the world?
I
Right?
live in Tampa, Florida.
Ah,
I've been here since 1984. From Puerto Rico. Parents moved to Chicago, and about the age of 5, we went to Chicago. Then I moved here when I was about 25, so I've been here for many years.
okay. Well, that's
I love the weather. Yeah.
yeah. Well, especially if you're from Puerto Rico, that certainly makes
Yes.
all the sense in the world. But
Yeah.
what a change to Chicago! That must have been. How old were you when you hit Chicago?
5. 5. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. Kindergarten, and all that. It was great when you're a kid, but it's really cold. Very
Well,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from New York, so I know a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
But but they have. I mean, that's the Windy City, so there you go.
It is.
And so, where did you find music in Puerto Rico or in Chicago?
Yes, Puerto Rico. My uncles played the acoustic cuatro and the tres, which is the mandolin guitars from Puerto Rico and maracas, and they sing. So I was around that, and then moving to Chicago, my dad's sister, her husband was a guitarist, and so I was always around the music. But it was when I was in school, 2nd grade, and the teacher said, "Who wants to be the little drummer boy?" Where I lost it totally, said me, me, me. So that was my first performance, concert setting in the auditorium.
Yeah,
with
sure.
With the Quaker oatmeal box container and the yarn around my neck and the sticks. So it all started from there. And then, if you remember, the Beatles had the cartoons.
I do. I remember.
I watched that religiously when I was a child. I wouldn't miss it. Grab my mom's pots and pans, beat them with forks, and she took the forks away and the spoons, gave me the hanger sticks.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah.
So I was doing the whole Ringo Starr thing, and man, didn't look back.
Well, she gave you. Hang on, I'm getting this out of the hangers. The little dowel part that the
That's
pants
right.
go over.
That's right.
Dude, you had you were ahead of the game. I don't think you got sticks until I don't even know when. Wow, that's awesome.
Well, yeah, so that was my desire, drumming. I loved drumming, and then later it became hand drumming.
Yeah.
Where I self-taught myself, and when I saw Tito Puente and Celia Cruz at the Aragon Ballroom. I was 13, and they couldn't pull me away from the stage. They could not. So self-taught myself at that point. A year later, I was playing with La Libertad Latina Salsa Band, bongos, guido, campana. There you go. Yeah.
Well,
So
it's interesting that because I mean, I love all kinds of percussion, but Latin percussion for me, I don't know why. It's not like, I was influenced by it in any other way than it was just, I think my mom liked it, and she had some, I know there was a Tito Puente record, but there was a whole bunch of stuff. But the whole,
right,
and West Side Story was a big influence for me. It's had a lot of Latin
right.
flavor in it,
Mm-hmm.
The rhythms and so on and so forth. And I always had a love of percussion. And when I was growing up as a kid playing in a band, 13, 14, I would hear all the percussion parts. And so I would try to make those happen too.
Right,
In my
right.
drum part. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it really defined the way I play. I'm an overplayer, for lack of a better word, but and I realize how cool now percussion is like lead drums.
hmm Well, for my band, because I'm the band leader, I'm the lead drummer.
There it is,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah.
I hear
Uh,
that.
yeah.
So what
I
made
usually play.
Go
I
ahead,
usually play with four drums. Usually, yeah, because I like that melodic voice sound. So patterns and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so what made you make the switch from the kit to hand drums?
Like I said, that day, that famous day, standing before that salsa band of Tito Puente and Celia Cruz, where they had this percussionist there, conga player, and the big drum, and I was just hooked from that point on, and just started to mimic. And well, back in the day, unlike now, these kids have YouTube. They're lucky. We didn't have
Very
that.
lucky. Very
if,
lucky.
if we didn't have, well, I didn't have the instructor to teach me my hand technique, the drumming technique. Even though Ludwig was down the road from my house, it was only about 3 blocks away on Damon
In
and
Chicago,
Churchill.
yeah.
Yeah, Ludwig, and then they moved out. And but outside of that, it was self-taught, just listening to records. We didn't have the videos or somebody nearby that say, all right, you're doing that wrong, you're doing this right. So yeah, so a lot of it was self-taught, but from the drum kit to the conga, it just embraced me. The conga drum just gave me a big hug and wouldn't let go.
I love it. I mean, believe me. So now there's 4 of them. There's the conga, quinto, comodoro, and what's the 4th one?
Super tumba quinto, conga, tumba, and super tumba, which I usually I use mine a lot. So they have a 13-inch super tumba, and then they have a 12 and a half, 11 and 3/4, 11-inch.
And who makes the best? I mean, whose gear do you play? Who do you like?
Well, usually because the humidity in Tampa is so high always, I have to go out there. Well, we have spring and summer here. Okay. I love it. I love it. So when you're going out there and your sweat from your hands are hitting the drum, you can't use cow head, steer head. You got to use plastic. So fiberglass drum and plastic. It's very ringy, but it works.
Yeah, but it must cut through.
It does.
I know something about fiberglass drums. I've played fiberglass drums or graphite. I've played synthetic shells since 1970 or 71, starting with 5s. So I understand, and of course, we were never using calfskin heads, so
right.
It was always plastic and fiberglass, and it projects. But,
Mhm.
so whose shells or?
Well, that's mine, but I had a fellow by the name of Lou Jordan Vega. He's out of Oviedo, Florida, and he made these special conga drums for me, which they're very big bellies, 31-inch height. So I had him make those for me. Now I have an 11 and 3/4, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, and a 14 and a half. They're really big, but that drum is usually I use it indoors, because of the leather head,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm using right now. It's called VGA Percussion.
VGA percussion.
GA Percussion. He worked with the Gum Bop originator back in California. He worked in his shop. So these drums, I'm sorry, not Gum Bop, Valle drum. So these drums have the same hardware and kind of the same build. Okay. But at the bottom, it's just wood all the way down, a red American oak. And
wow.
yeah, they're solid, they're heavy. They're heavy, but that was my fault too, because I told them, hey, double up on the wood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so make them a little thicker than what he normally makes it. But when it got to that 14 and a half, it's like carrying two drums.
So did they? So I mean, because I don't, what I know about high-end percussion, especially the congas and that, I know LP, I know the standard stuff, but is it? It's shaped. I mean, it bows out, and I realize it has a shape to it. Is it? How am I going to ask it? Like a barrel? You know how they put the
yes,
slats
like
in
the
barrel.
But and then on the VGA percussion, when it's coming down, it's going out a lot more, and then it narrows down, but it still stays wide at the bottom. So it gives me a lot of resonance, a little sustain.
Yeah.
So when I hit it, ooh, for me, a lot of drummers don't like that. I do. I like the sustainment of the drum because it's speaking and it kind of feeds back to me. It kind of, I kind of like that. So
I like
these drums.
No, my drums. I mean, I never muted my. I played a big kit, double kicks and so on, and I never muted any of the stuff or did any of the tapes or wallets or any. I mean, I want the drum to sound like what it's supposed to sound like.
Exactly.
And you have to figure that out on your own.
I agree. But you're an awesome player, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right back at you, bro. Right back. And you're not that far away. You're up in Tampa, man. I'm right down here in Fort Myers.
Okay. We need to meet up sometime.
Yeah, we absolutely. Yeah. I'll, I mean, what we should do, I'll send you, have you got a place up there? Can you record at all?
I don't have anything set up for recording, but I do have another house where my band rehearses on the east side of Tampa. And then I have my other home on the west side of Tampa by the stadium. So, so everything musically is done in the east side by Busch Gardens.
Sure, that's it. Listen, that's good.
Yes, I do have a spot. Yeah.
So I'll send you a track, and we'll see. I'll.
Very good.
It'll
Sounds
be fun.
good.
It'll be just fun.
I'll be honored. Absolutely.
Wow, that'd be great. And so, are you playing out now? I mean, what's going on now?
Well, right now with my band, the Latin Jazz Nights, we're back at it again, and we're doing jazz festivals. And our next festival is May 28th in Tampa at the Armature Works Park. And it's called Land on Your Feet. It's a nonprofit by Rush. This is his third jazz festival. And actually, this is my third time performing there with my band. So honored by that. But he does really good things with this festival. The nonprofit helps young musicians to get their instruments. They pay for their instruments and whatnot in high schools and grammar schools. So yeah, in Tampa and Atlanta. So it's a great nonprofit. So this jazz festival is its third festival, and my 7-piece, sometimes 8-piece. We have bass, piano, congas, timbales, 3 horns, trumpet, trombone, and sax. And basically, we play originals from my album, the Child's Play album, and also we play a lot of standards, jazz standards, convert them to Afro-Caribbean Latin jazz. So, for example, Tito Puente has a tune which is one of my favorites, New Arrival.
Yeah.
And it switches from tumbao, right, into rumba guaguancó, and then it goes into a swing. You know, I love that. So I like that mixture. So basically, that's what we do. We kind of go along that line. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great. A lot of energy and a lot of, I mean,
yeah, especially that song. That's running at 220, 230 tempo.
Yeah, I was just, yeah. It's speaking of 220, 230, somebody just this FYI thing. This is a cool thing. Somebody turned me on to a guy that I'm working with to an app called Live BPM. Have you ever heard of it or seen it?
No.
It's amazing. It's going to be backwards, but
okay.
Let's see if it
Got it. Oh, awesome.
Is it work? There you go.
103. Awesome.
Crazy, right?
MVP? What is it?
Live BPM, live
Got
beats
it.
per minute.
Got it.
And it's pretty amazing because what I'm doing now. My project is I'm taking some old masters that actually some of them were recorded to not to a click track but to a rhythm track, and I'm trying to figure out the time so that I can do a tempo map with it in the computer and then be able to follow along.
Got it.
Blah, blah. And so I got turned on to that, and I figured,
awesome. So that's going to help you.
Oh yeah, big time. And the other thing, I get to have, I get to test myself. Do I know?
Yeah.
Somebody know 120? Let's see 120. Okay. And it's fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to play with that. But
yeah,
definitely. We play with the metronomes a lot.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I love to. That's how we rehearse. Actually, I mean, they don't hear it once we start. They don't hear it anymore. But yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're close. We're close. We stay real close to it. Yeah.
Well, you can. I mean, the one thing that I've found over the years is if you stay, I don't like a click track.
Robotic.
Exactly. And there's no Rolantando. There's no. It doesn't breathe. And I have a very. The way I approach a bar line or especially a fill across a bar line, it will speed up and slow down just because that's the way I play. And against it, it's hard to do that, to be natural against a click. It's easy to start with a click and stay, there, but to listen to it and not, and have to pull you, it's weird for me.
I'm glad you share that because it took me a little time to figure that out. It's like, no, it has to be like a rubber band. You just, there's no way to play it like that. And you just might as well be a robot.
And the other thing that I find, tell me if you talking about tempo or beats per minute, I find that if you play a song live at the tempo of the record, it feels like it's dragging.
Right.
I agree. That's just me. And I feel like there are bands out there that are so good at doing, covers of these songs, but it's so intentionally held back that it's hard to get excited.
It is. And I don't know, but I've noticed too that some of the songs from back in the 70s and early 80s, I've noticed that the tempo was so much slower. It was like way behind. And these days, I don't like it that slow. Only maybe when I play morning, because morning is Claire Fisher, 124, 126, kind of keep it in that area, So that's pretty slow, unless we do a ballad.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's fun. Tempo is an interesting thing. It's because we all have it, or we wouldn't be breathing or pumping
Right.
blood. And if we didn't have it to a certain degree, we'd walk funny too. So I mean,
Yeah, I do sometimes.
well, yeah, but it didn't start out that way.
Even
So
yesterday, I was limping. So walking
yeah,
funny. Is
but
he
even
human
that,
or is he an alien?
no, man, he's walking in three.
No, he's an old man.
He's walking in
It
waltz
hurts.
time.
It
One,
hurts.
two, three. One, two, three.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Easy enough. Okay, so well, did Angus fill you in on all the stuff? Did he tell you about Fridays, free for all Fridays?
Yes, he did. He did. I'm gonna have to crash your party
You
eventually.
gotta
Yeah,
crash the party, man.
please. Yeah, man.
It's great players, it's great people, great technicians. It's a lot of fun, and you're welcome.
We're gonna have to
you're
tune in.
welcome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's cool.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you for the
cool.
invite.
No,
Absolutely.
always, man, always. I mean, come on, you're,
Yeah.
my direct bloodlines. So
Yeah.
do you ever play the kid anymore or no?
I do. I have it set up. I have a Ludwig set, black fiberglass like Ludwig set at home. So I have it set up, and lately I've been playing like Songo and But again, when you go from playing with these hands and the stick in your hand, fingers don't close. They tend to, yeah. I got to have bigger sticks, so just to hold them. So it's weird, yeah. But
Yeah.
yes, I do play. Not enough. Not enough.
Well, but yeah, I mean, well, if that's the case, I can't tell you the last time I did any percussion besides rhythm tracks, tambourine or whatever. But I'll tell
Right.
you, this is my claim to fame, my percussion claim to fame.
Yes.
This, now, okay, you recognize this, the rhythm tech, right?
Yes. Gotta have it.
Now, you gotta have it right. Now, my friend, Richard, I was at a studio in White Plains called Minot Recording Studios. And Richard had taken a regular round tambourine, cut it here and here, turned this piece around, and invented this.
Wow.
Carpet tacks. And he said, "What do you think of this?" And so it's a wooden tambourine that's been sawed off,
Right.
turned around, and tacked together. And I said, "Wow, that's really cool." I said, he said, "Yeah, I'm going to try to get a patent on it." I said, "Well, if what you should do is go down to, we had a sporting goods store called Hickory and Tweed. I said, go down to Hickory and Tweed and get some tennis racket grip and put it around the handle." And
Man.
and he said, "If I get a deal, you've got an endorsement for life."
Oh, so there you go. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was
Because
a long
I
time
have
ago.
that in the brass, and then I have it with the mounting, because when I'm playing percussion
Right.
with Mark Barrios, which we do a lot of Joe Cocker, Santana, and all that, I have a tambourine set up, that rhythm tambourine set up on a bracket. So I'm doing the shaker, and on 2 and 4, I'm hitting the tambourine while doing the shaker. So conga left hand, floor bell on the bottom. So I'm doing certain things with that. But that's the only one I buy, Rhythm Tech. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Awesome.
funny thing is, you're never going to be able to see this, but this is the one that glows in the dark.
Oh, there you go.
I was
They
gonna
don't
like,
make it no more, do they?
I don't know. I really
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
have to look it up. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Well,
Yeah.
I know Richie sold the company years ago. I mean, they still, if
Okay.
they need anything, I still have reps over there, but I'm sure they still may.
Sure, I'm gonna have to check it out. Anything glow is awesome. I used to have, because I was endorsed by Mino, And Mino in the early 2000s had a set of congas that were like a light lime glow paint.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had a friend of mine. He wanted those so bad, and he kept bugging me about it. And I said, "Come and get them."
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Mino,
still
they
has
make
them.
nice stuff, Mino. They
Yeah,
make nice symbols as well.
innovative,
Yeah,
innovation.
different.
Yeah,
All
they make
right,
a
so
lot of
listen,
different.
here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna pay the bills. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm sure Angus sent you the questions.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yes, he didn't.
Okay,
Well,
it's no worries. It's a
all right.
very easy thing, and I will meet you back here in about a minute. Sound good?
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. See you
Appreciate it,
then.
Steve.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Most of you know I live in Southwest Florida now, and one of my favorite places to grab a bite to eat is Jason's Deli. Scott and Diana Willis have been in business here for over 20 years. The truth is, Jason's Deli has bigger choices of better food. You can eat healthy and enjoy the taste of quality ingredients. They're open 7 days a week for dine-in, pick-up, or deli delivery. With 4 convenient locations from Naples to Cape Coral, Florida, they are a must-try. Jason's Deli, where all good things come from wholesome ingredients. And Bradley's Jewelers in South Fort Myers. Diamonds, bridal, you name it. Estate, custom design, and expert repair. Bradley's Jewelers, South Fort Myers. They specialize in amazing moments.
And there's that.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, awesome.
yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah. That's good. Two good
Many
companies.
talents. You have many talents.
Listen, if you want to keep working, you got to keep walking, right?
That's right. That's right.
Gilberto,
Or
do you
limping.
have a website where people can come and find out where you're playing?
Yeah, you've got a website or addresses for us to post to the
Well,
fans?
right now we're working on the website that we took down, and so we'll have that pretty soon for you. But if you go to the Facebook, the Latin Jazz Nights Facebook, all the information is there.
Now,
Latin
is it
Jazz-
Jazz Nights NIGHT or KNIGHT?
KNI.
Okay, so like the Knights of
Latin
the
Jazz Nights, yeah. Mhm,
That's awesome.
exactly.
That's a,
Yes,
that's
yes.
a play on
These
words.
guys, the guys, throughout the years, I've handpicked to where not only are they great musicians, good musicians, but they're good people too. So, yeah,
Well,
I've learned.
I've
Yeah.
seen too many documentaries because I watch a lot of music documentaries. You're on stage for an hour and a half, but you're in the bus for 23. It's
That's
like,
right.
Hello.
That's right.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the other thing is, if you don't get along, although what I've found is, even when I'm playing with people that I don't necessarily go to the movies with or go out to dinner with, if there's, if that could just be different personalities, but if we connect musically and that exchange has no greed to it and
Right.
then, the rest of it doesn't matter. So it transcends that stuff, but
And with my guys right now, everybody's got different personalities and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, they're good people, and they understand. And we do the bigger thing, but we talk about it and we find solutions. So that's the good thing about it. And we have the young, and then we have the older cats too. So it's a big mix. Like my sax player, Dimitri, he's 23. My trombone player, he's 22. Bezo Rodriguez, he's I'm not going to say his age. In his 60s. He's in his 60s, like me. And so we're older. My upright bass player, he's also in his 60s. Piano player, he's in his early 40s. So we have a balance. We have a true balance. So yeah, we all put it together, and everybody kind of respects each other and kind of communicates well with each other.
It's interesting. There's a band that I've had they're friends at this point because I've had them on the show many times, and they're called Double Vision. and they're saying their age range isn't quite as vast as yours, but almost. And
Right.
it's very interesting. And they have and add to that, they're completely different backgrounds. They come from and they travel in their own. They're self-contained, so they have their gear,
Right.
tour bus type of situation,
Right.
and
Right.
and they make it work, man. And it's like
Awesome.
That's all. That's great, especially
That's huge,
yeah, yeah.
especially when they're traveling,
Yeah.
and they're with each other all the time. That's a tough one sometimes. Yeah.
Interesting. It's interesting. I've worked with younger musicians in the studio, but I've never. I don't think I've ever been in a band with somebody that was that much different age than me. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, John was 8 years older than I was, so that's about the law. Maybe 8
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
But besides that,
Yeah. Well, lately I want to hang out with the young people.
yeah,
I really
like
do. They're on fire.
I like
Their
it.
minds are everywhere. They want to cook 10 turkeys and they all burn except one. But I dig that.
Oh, I know.
really dig it.
I know.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
it's not what.
Time for questions.
Ah, okay. Are you ready? You ready for these? Because
I'm
these
ready. All right, bring it.
absolutely define the karmic course of your career for the rest of time.
Oh, wow. Say that again. I don't know.
No, no.
It's like, I know today, all I know is, hey, man, without the music, man, I'd be in big trouble. And it just soothes me. It's just, I love it. I look forward. It's like when I go to rehearsals, it's like I got to treat it like it's my last rehearsal ever. And that's how I feel about the music. We go perform. It's like, hey guys, when we get off that stage, I hope you felt like I'm going to leave blood on the bandstand. And then,
yeah, if you don't believe, if there's not blood, sweat, you didn't go. You didn't play.
yeah.
I'm
No
with
doubt.
you, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, here it comes. The first
Okay.
question, and I love this one because when I ask it, usually people go to a certain place, they have a great memory. So on the road, doesn't matter where, could be in Puerto Rico, could be in Chicago, could be right in Tampa, but your favorite place when you're on the road, favorite place to eat. Oh, wow, we're going back there. I can't wait to eat at
Waffle House.
Oh,
Yo!
good answer. We've had a few
I
of
heard
those.
that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my second choice would be IHOP,
Okay.
If Waffle
as far
House-
as omelets are concerned. Yeah. So,
Oh, that's a brilliant. Listen, you're not, and you'd be surprised at the list of guys.
Bob Buck.
right.
Yeah, the head of Sirius XM, Waffle House dude.
Waffle House.
Because they
No
don't
doubt.
have them like in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so good answer.
All right, so there's a good one.
All right.
That was
I
a-
passed.
yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay. Set list comes out. Now you're the band leader in most cases, but I know you've worked
Yeah.
with some other people. Set list comes out. There it is. Man, my favorite song to play live. Your fingers are itching. Favorite song to play live.
Oh my God. So with my band, I mentioned it earlier, New Arrival, because it's so powerful. It's
Yeah,
so
that-
powerful, it's so big, and it's just constantly, it feels like it's a big locomotive and it keeps moving and going faster and faster and it keeps growing. Yeah, New Arrival.
Okay, and before because I know where that came from. Just a side note, and I'm not, I'm a huge Sound Machine, Miami Sound Machine.
Uh-huh.
fan. Do you like their stuff? I mean, is that?
I do.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I'm friends with Edwin Bonilla, the percussionist.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, I love their stuff.
Yeah, there. I mean, that really cemented it for me when Gloria had all those hits in the '80s. It was like,
Yeah.
man, all of a sudden there was. I'm listening to it on a rock station, but that's
Right.
that's
Yeah, man.
that's the real stuff right there. But I digress. Okay, so now
Got it.
set list comes out, and man, I've played this song too many times. I don't want to play this song. No disrespect, but please,
Man.
least favorite song on the set list.
Oh my God. Respect to Tito Puente and much respect for Carlos Santana. Oye, como va? Played it so many times that I'm like, oh my God. Yeah.
Have you heard the Jewish version?
No.
Oy vey. That's how you have to write it. The next time it's on the set,
Okay.
that's what it
I'm
is.
gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to change the lyrics. Like that. I'm there with you, man. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Oy vey como. Yeah, that's perfect. And I know you can fill in the rest of those lines.
Sure.
We used to do that. It's funny, bands do that kind of stuff all the time, and
Right.
you're singing a
Gotta have
chorus,
fun,
and
man.
everybody laughs, and nobody knows what's going on.
All
right, so that's all right. I think Carlos and Tito will both let you slide on that one.
Okay, I hope so.
Okay.
Well, I know Tito will.
Yeah,
He's not with us. He's with somewhere else. Yeah.
Carlos is cool. He's
Yeah. Awesome.
He's hooked up with he's got the fashion line and Cindy Blackman.
Oh, man.
He's
I
good.
love him. I love him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now this is going to be an interesting one because you got to take the drums out of it and all percussion, anything that you hit with a stick or your hands or whatever. If you could absolutely be monstrously good at any other instrument besides your own, which one would it be?
My hands.
Yeah, you got that.
That's it. They go wherever I go. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you couldn't do that, if you had to play guitar or tuba or whatever else,
Okay. I actually purchased an alto sax not too long ago, so I'm learning how to play that.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
I've had some of the best sax players in the world on this show, so I'm very proud to call a lot of them friends. And
awesome.
That's like the first real rock and roll outside of the basic stuff. Yakety sax, man. Yeah, well, that's
See, Chicago had so many great radio stations, and they had an awesome rock station. And every time I think about it, I hear Aerosmith. I do. It just takes me there. It's just that Aerosmith was so huge at that time, in Chicago on that radio station. So, yeah, man.
See, when there's a couple of things that I think about when I think about Chicago. I think about how do they make the river that color, but that's I don't know.
I don't know, but it's very green.
Yeah, but as long as it's not coming out of the tap like that, you're cool. The other thing is
I wouldn't dive in there.
I always remember Kingston Mines. You've been down to Kingston Mines, the jazz place? Mm-mm. Oh, it's man. I went there. We had a night off, and we were staying in Chicago. And somebody said you should go down to Kingston Mines, and there was Kid Dynamite, and my God, just a lineup of I don't know whether it was an open mic night or what it was. We sat there on wooden chairs and watched some of the most outrageous players, and I had no idea who any of them were. I signed up on that mailing list and got their mailing list for your Kingston Mines.
Right, Kingston Mines. I'll have to check it out. And they're still.
I certainly hope so, man. It was like
got it.
Certainly one of those Chicago staples.
Right.
But, it was interesting. It was a great time. I love Chicago. I've had a lot of great times there. So
I like it only in the summer.
Well, yeah. I've been there in the winter. Yeah, I've been there.
It's still there.
Yeah,
it's on North Halsted Street.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know where that is. Yep.
Still there. Who's playing this week?
Seriously?
Awesome.
So we'll send people. Before I ask you the big question, this is the serious question.
Okay.
But we'll send people to to the Latin Jazz
I
Nights.
already did. I already posted.
And
Thank you.
if you get
Thank
any
you.
updates on dates or anything that like that,
Yes.
please, hit us up and we'll tell the fans. And
Awesome, awesome.
someone will make it out there and say, hey.
Yeah.
All right, so
Man.
the big question, and thank you for being here, and please don't be a stranger on
Thank
Friday
you.
nights.
Oh man, awesome. I'll have
Send
to
you
crash
some,
your party. Yes, please.
I'll send you some, like 140, 160. We'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds good.
It's probably going to be 220, and you know it, but there we go, man.
That's all right.
Yeah, I know that too. I know who you are. Oh, I already got the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my big. Yeah, it's serious and it's not serious, but if you could play one live show with anybody or any combination of guys, living or dead, who would it be?
Wow. Man, Ringo Starr, of course. Herbie Hancock. Oh my God, Carlos Santana.
He said he's not coming after what you said about his song.
You.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Oh my God. Oh God. Yeah. I would be starstruck. I wouldn't be able to play. Yeah.
Oh man.
It'll take me a while.
You'd fall right in it, man. You'd fall right in it.
Well, that's a good lineup there.
Yeah, that's some good people right there.
Yeah. Sounds like a good band.
Yeah. This just
especially a drummer.
Yeah, hey, I'm there. So I got
baby.
I got my stuff, man. I'm there.
Ringo Starr's a drummer, right?
We can have two.
Ringo, if you keep the time, I'll do the fills.
Hey, the Grateful Dead has two.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. No, man, listen, this was a lot of fun. And believe me, if there's two drummers in that band, I'd be proud to be one of them. And man, this has been, again, I meet another family member, the extended family. You know what it is.
We are now. Yeah.
I think, of all the musicians, I think guys that play drums, probably because it's such a primal and ancient instrument. There's just
very soulful.
Yeah. Yes. So, man, so bravo to you,
man. Steve, you're so awesome. Your show is so awesome. Thank you for having me. It's an honor and a privilege. Thank you. And I thank you for that.
Thank you. I look forward to making music with you because that's going to happen.
Likewise. We're all Friday.
Yeah, remember Friday. We'll see you on Friday.
Tomorrow's
all right, brother.
All right, man.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care. Good night.
Bye.
He was amazing, yeah.
That was great.
Let's be like that. No, we're like that.
Okay, well, everybody enjoyed him. They said he was a wonderful guest.
You cannot not enjoy percussion. I mean, there's just...
I thought it was Joe Verga when I first saw him. I'm like, whoa, what?
Wow.
Did you?
No. Well, I knew it wasn't for a million reasons.
But you know what I mean? He had the hat, he had the shirt.
But that's the life. That's somebody that lives that life. I mean, that's what it is. And those guys, the Latin jazz guys are so sincere, but yet Ringo Starr would be his drummer.
There you go.
What I mean? But they are so sincere to their roots and to that music, and I can't blame them. I love that music. I mean, somehow, somewhere in my lurid past, there's been some Latin percussion.
Yeah, West Side Story.
Yeah, but it's more than just that. Because they're just the way. I mean, and Afro-Cuban too. I mean, I'm not just the salsa stuff, but certainly African music. I mean, and that goes back to Gene Krupa, because he was the one into all those Afro-Cuban type of beats when he did his solos or his fills, or listen to Sing Sing Sing.
Mm-hmm.
All good.
Okay, well,
so
that was a great show.
Yeah, that was a great show, man.
Tomorrow night, Free for All Friday.
Oh, and not only is it Free for All Friday, it's Easter Free for All Good Friday.
And it's Passover.
Oh, so don't pass us over, though. I mean, what time's Passover start?
At sundown.
Does anybody celebrate? Really?
You're gonna wait for answers?
No.
Okay.
Does anybody celebrate?
So tomorrow night,
Yes.
Free for All Friday.
Oh, tomorrow night, Free for All Friday. And as always, if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture.
Good night, everybody.